You ever feel like life is just a never-ending to-do list on fire? One minute, you're coasting along, and the next, your brain is a tangled mess of stress, overthinking, and questioning all your life choices at 2 a.m. And when you finally decide, okay, maybe I should do something about my mental health, you hear the same three things. Work out, try meditation, go to therapy. Look, I get it. Those things are important. But what if I told you there are way easier ways to give your mental health a boost? Like stuff you probably haven't even thought about. No complicated routines, no deep self-reflection that makes you spiral. Just simple, powerful changes that might actually make a difference. So today we're diving into 5 ridiculously easy things you can start doing right now to feel less stressed, more balanced, and maybe even a little happier. No, this isn't some manifest your way to inner peace kind of deal. This is real, practical, and totally doable. If you're feeling drained, unmotivated, or just kind of meh, stick around. What I'm about to share won't magically fix everything overnight. I mean, I'm not a wizard yet, but it will help you feel a little lighter, a little more in control, and maybe even see your daily routine in a whole new way. Because taking care of your mental health, it doesn't have to be some big dramatic thing. Sometimes the smallest changes can make the biggest impact. Let's get into it. Alright, let's talk about something that seems super basic, but actually has a huge impact on your mental well-being. Your space. Ever notice how your surroundings kind of mirror what's going on in your head? When your place is a mess, it's like your brain is also running around in circles, forgetting what it came into the room for. Wait, why am I in the kitchen? Oh yeah, existential dread. And listen, I'm not saying you need to turn your home into some Pinterest-worthy minimalist paradise where everything is color-coordinated and smells like lavender. That's not the goal here. The goal is to create a space that makes you feel in control, comfortable, and not like you're living inside a tornado. You don't have to overhaul your entire house. Just pick one small area to start with. Maybe it's your work desk, your cozy reading nook, or even that one chair where you drink your coffee and scroll through memes. Just tidy it up a little. Get rid of stuff that's just cluttering the space and your brain, and add things that actually make you feel good. You'd be surprised how much this tiny change can help you feel more in control, more focused, and a little more at peace. And honestly, your brain deserves that. It's kind of wild how tiny actions, like straightening up your desk or organizing a few books, can have such a big impact. It's not about making everything picture perfect. It's about creating a space that actually works for you and makes you feel good. Because, let's be real, when things around you feel chaotic, your brain's probably running on the same messy wavelength. Why am I thinking about that embarrassing thing I did in 2012? No one even remembers that, right? The space you create for yourself, it's basically an extension of your mental state. So instead of waiting for the stars to align and your life to magically fall into place, why not take that first small step today? Pick one little area and make it feel more you. You'll be surprised how much clarity in your space can bring clarity to your mind. And honestly, your future, less stressed self is gonna thank you for it. Now, I want to invite you to try something that sounds simple but has serious mental health magic. Rediscovering the joy of hands-on activities. I know. We live in a fast-paced world where we're always jumping from one thing to the next, glued to our screens, answering emails, and somehow still forgetting to drink enough water. Seriously, when was the last time you hydrated? Go take a sip. I'll wait. But think about this. When was the last time you did something with your hands just for the sake of doing it? No pressure, no deadlines, just pure, slow, in-the-moment enjoyment. Simple activities like cooking, knitting, doodling, heck, even just tending to a little plant can be weirdly therapeutic. They have this way of pulling us into the present, giving our overthinking brains a much-needed break. And the best part? You don't have to be good at it. This isn't about making something perfect, it's about the process, about zoning in on something small and actually enjoying it. Ever tried doodling even if you have zero artistic skills? I mean, stick figures count. Or maybe watering a plant and realizing, hey, this little guy depends on me. There's something surprisingly calming about these tiny moments. I've spent hours messing around in a garden or testing out a new recipe, and let me tell you, for those moments, my mind just slows down. No stress, no spiraling thoughts, just me, fully present. And honestly, that's kind of a superpower these days. These kinds of activities give us a pocket of calm and focus, like a little mental timeout where the world outside can chill for a second. And the best part? They actually help with stress and anxiety because they pull us out of the chaos and into something simple and satisfying. It doesn't matter if you're painting something totally abstract, aka a masterpiece in your eyes but a mystery to everyone else, or just tying knots in a knitting project that may or may not become an actual scarf. The magic is in just being present, so why not give it a shot? Pick something that feels fun or even mildly interesting, even if it's just for a few minutes. Water a plant, try a new recipe, or doodle something ridiculous just for the heck of it. You'd be surprised how much it helps your mind slow down and reset, and honestly, a little peace of mind is totally worth the 5 minutes. All right, let me ask you something. When was the last time you learned something totally new? And no, I'm not talking about something for work or school. I mean something that actually challenged you in a different way. Something that pushed you out of your comfort zone and made you see things from a fresh perspective. I get it. Routine is cozy. It's like that one hoodie you refuse to throw away because it's just too comfortable. But the thing is, if we stay in the same loop for too long, we kind of start running on autopilot. And that's where learning something new comes in. It's one of the best mental health boosts you can give yourself. And listen, this isn't about signing up for some intense, life-consuming course or committing hours of your day to mastering a new skill, unless you're into that, in which case, go off. I'm talking about small, fun challenges that shake up your routine, just enough to keep your brain engaged. Ever thought about learning to play an instrument? Air guitar doesn't count, sorry. Or maybe trying out a recipe from a totally different culture? These little wins, these tiny, wait, I actually did that moments, do wonders for your confidence and, more importantly, for your mental health. When we challenge ourselves to learn something new, even if it's just a simple skill, our brain gets this awesome boost. Learning activates our creativity, pulls us out of that anxious, overthinking headspace, and forces us to focus on right now. And guess what? You don't have to be good at it. Seriously, this isn't about becoming the next Michelin star chef or a rock star overnight. It's about enjoying the process and having fun with something new. So why not give it a shot? Pick something that nudges you just a little outside your comfort zone but still feels fun. Maybe try cooking a dish you've never made before, or start learning a new language. Not to be fluent, just enough to say hello and impress people at parties, or confuse them. Either way, it's a win. These small wins, they add up, and before you know it, you'll feel that mental stress lighten up, one new experience at a time. I know, the idea of doing nothing can feel weird, maybe even wrong. In a world where we're constantly connected, always being productive, and chasing the next big thing, it's like we've been programmed to feel guilty for just existing. But today, I want to challenge that. What if the best thing you could do for your mental health is literally nothing? No guilt, no rush, no checking your phone every 5 seconds. Just being present. Ever felt bad for simply resting? Yeah, me too. That nagging voice in your head saying, if you're not doing something productive, you're wasting time. But guess what? That's a total myth. True rest, real, guilt-free, no-agenda rest, is one of the most important things you can do for your brain. It lets you recharge, clear out mental clutter, and even make space for new ideas to pop up. And the best part? You don't need an excuse, a goal, or a checklist to justify it. Rest is the goal, and that's more than enough. So what if you actually gave yourself permission to just be? No overthinking, no forcing your brain to always be on, just existing, in the moment, no strings attached. Maybe that means laying down and watching the clouds like you're in some indie movie. Maybe it's taking a random pause in the middle of the day just to listen to your own breathing. Crazy concept, right? These tiny moments, these little doing absolutely nothing breaks, are way more powerful than they seem. Because when we let our minds slow down, they actually figure out how to reset and recharge. True rest isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. And the best part? You deserve it. So next time you're feeling drained, overwhelmed, or just mentally done, give yourself permission to do absolutely nothing for a bit. Not because you earned it, not because it's productive, just because taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's essential. And trust me, over time, that small shift, it'll change the way you feel. Sometimes the biggest mental health boost comes from something ridiculously simple, stepping outside and breathing. I know, the world out there can be a lot, but when we take a second to connect with nature, even in the smallest way, something kind of magical happens. No pressure, no big expectations, just a moment to reset. Ever noticed how just stepping outside for a quick walk or standing in the fresh air for a few minutes completely shifts your mood? The breeze on your face, the sound of trees swaying, birds doing their little bird things. It's weirdly calming in a way that nothing else quite is. And no, this doesn't mean you have to go on some epic hiking adventure or move to a cabin in the woods unless that's your thing, in which case, go for it. Even a simple 10-minute walk outside can do wonders for your brain. Sounds almost too simple, right? That's because it is. And honestly, that's the beauty of it. Connecting with nature doesn't have to be some big, dramatic experience. You don't need to climb a mountain or meditate by a waterfall. All you have to do is be present. Nature has this weirdly amazing way of reminding us that we're part of something bigger. It pulls us out of our own heads and back into the moment. When you actually pay attention, the smell of the earth, the cool breeze on your face, you start to feel your mind slow down. Stress fades, worries get quieter. So next time you feel like you just need a break, step outside, take a deep breath, feel the leaves crunch under your feet, watch the clouds drift by like they have nowhere to be because they don't. It's a small act, but one that recharges your brain and brings a kind of peace you didn't even know you needed. Alright guys, how are you feeling after this video? I really hope that sharing these tips sparked something positive for you. Each one, no matter how simple it seems, has the power to transform your routine and the way you take care of your mind. And remember, you don't need to make massive, life-changing moves to feel a real difference. Sometimes it's the small daily habits, tidying up your space, learning something new, or just giving yourself a guilt-free break that make the biggest impact. So I encourage you to try adding some of these into your day. Give yourself permission to experiment. No pressure, no perfection. Just see what happens and how your mind responds. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your body. And guess what? Small steps add up to big changes. So don't put pressure on yourself to have it all figured out. Go at your own pace, and most importantly, be kind to yourself. You deserve moments of peace, balance, and self-care. And honestly, why not start today? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps. And I'd love to hear from you, so drop a comment below and let me know. Which of these tips are you going to try first? Or what topic should we cover in the next video? Let's keep the conversation going.